falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Нью-Йорк 3 года назад. Ну что ж, мои почтения, дамы и господа. Меня зовут Джон Рокетти. Это третья серия по игре Алан Уэйк. Все остальное я расскажу потом. Смотрим.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up. Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Так. Ну что ж, друзья, я уже давно не играл в эту игру, сказать, чтобы не соврать, 1,5 месяца, если не ошибаюсь. И за двором вьюга. Господи, я уже немного подзабыл, что в этой игре такого. Ну ладно.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Так, тик Элис. Ну, Элис подождет, мы побродим по дому. Так, игра мне выдает стабильно 20 FPS. Что по мне, это слишком мало. Расширенные настройки, высокая. Так, я изменил вроде настройки, но, по-моему, лучше не стало. Так, Алан Уэйк, The Fall of Casey, The Thing That I Want, Alex Casey, What I Won't Forget, Return to Sender. Типа падение Кейси, это фамилия, походу. Я думаю, что мне нужно, Алекс Кейси, что я хочу забыть, и возвращение в Сендер. Вроде так. Вроде все правильно перевел. Надеюсь. Так, что же. Страница с рукописью. F5, я уже подзабыл немного. Правду говорят, убивает не падение, а внезапная остановка в конце. Я лежал здесь, в снегу, а в голове мне раз за разом повторялась жуткая вереница сцен, которые привели меня сюда. Повтор моего личного кино с реальным убийством, память моего трупа. Алан Уэйк, почти что Джон Уэйк. Опять я играю словами. Роковая женщина исчезла, осталось только кислый привкус поцелуя, который убил меня. Ага, и вторая страница. Это было запоздалое прощание. Через 30 лет после того, как я отомстил, она наконец настигла меня. Боль пришлось терпеть долго. Моя кровь окрасила снег. Эдакий зловещий коктейль с замороженным соком. Растворилось все разбросанное болеутоляющее и лениво капало в сточную трубу, смешиваясь с желчью города, становясь с ней одним целым. Теперь я вижу их, мою жену и сына. Милая, я дома. Ладно, забьем. Так. Мы еще что-то могли взять. Ага, ну это мы уже осматривали. Господи. Что? Ладно. Видел, я уже видел. Опа. Параша. Ух ты ж, ёшкин кот. Вот это ванная, вот это я понимаю. Ладно. Как-то пустовато, вам не кажется? Походу они либо только въехали в квартиру, либо они собираются переезжать. Одно из двух. Ну так. спальня. Радио.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow to come with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
Вот такие дела. Что-то мне напоминает это, например, нашу погоду. Так, ну на кухне мы бывали, но все же смотримся. Меня прям что-то к стульям уже смыка дергать. И... Так, холодильника смотреть нельзя. Ну ладно, кофе я заварил. Телек только привезли, походу. Он вроде как не распечатан. Походу они только въехали в квартиру.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
О. Космотрист. Это его фейс. Чуть не особо похоже. Ладно, изучить макет обложки. Макет обложки. Не понял. Куда нам тогда? В комнату? Что ли? Шевели жопой.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time.
Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan? Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry!
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
Она же боится темноты.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah.
Clicker.
If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
О. Брайт Фолс настоящий.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Все очень плохо.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife.
Будем надеяться. О, опять эта конченая бабка, как в первой.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
Alice was missing.
Бабулька
I
явно
needed help
что-то
to
знает.
find
It was
her.
Cynthia
I
Weaver.
wasn't ready to
I
leave.
guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Ну да. Ладно, спиздим термос.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Я понял. Разыскивающийся мужчина пропал без вести. Отличный олимпийский мастер побеждает в состязании. Это кто? Если не ошибаюсь, Карл Стаки. Карл? Карл. Так. Здесь не зря вот эти пробки. Вот, разберемся. Так.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Спасибо.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's
Mr.
Peak.
Wake, can I help you with anything?
Нет.
Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Hey, mister!
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the Silk
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Еще термос. Естественно, что даем. Там в какой-то машине, говоришь, что-то оставил. Ага, разбитая машина, вон она. Фокусирует. Да я понял.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Я понял. Здесь прыгать можно. Так. История. Так, F5. Wait,
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Как вы поняли, я читаю отвратительно, поэтому повторюсь.
Alice's
Читайте
driver's
с вами.
license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. Oh, I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers. In
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Надо было в школе мне учиться читать.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
F5. Z. Кошмар.
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess.
Ага. Ну вот, одну страницу мы пропустили в прошлом эпизоде. Ну ладно. А, телевизор дымится, это нормально, не? Ладно.
I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh! Hey! Oh my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Я бы ему еще раз тащил.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Я сам не знаю, что здесь за дерьмо происходит. Барри.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Но
Wait here.
популярность это не всегда хорошо, скажу так.
I'm almost done. Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins. Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie. Okay, sure. What happened? Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell,
What you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice, and everything's just...
Do you understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like
Идите
that?
в жопу.
Don't get me wrong.
Wait here.
Good story could be a bestseller.
Здрасте.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right, thanks.
Спасибо. Что-то домик это неплохой, слышь? Да я понял, что это радиомачта. Все круто здесь как. Это, наверное, какой-то из этих кадров на превьюху поставлю. Ну, вы поняли. Иди в жопу.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Будь здоров.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Да будь здоров, господи. Кофе. Батарейки тоже не помешают. Что ж.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Watch the door now.
Так, здесь может что-то быть такого полезного? Нет, нету. Ладно.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Последняя фраза перевелась как «это сильно напугало Барри».
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Не, ну не. Какого хера? Так, надо приготовить свою жопу к боли. Ладно. Похитители подождут. Я осмотрюсь. Оу. Ну, это было почти страшно, но предсказуемо. Ну, ясненько, что не работает. Ладно, меня пугает эта атмосфера. Ничего нет. Я туда заходил. Вы это слышите? Пошли нахер. Стоп. Опа. Нежданно-негаданно. Секунду, отсутствие страниц. Вот это вот не очень. Я хочу...
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Игра. Я надеюсь, вы это видите, потому что, по-моему, что-то не очень. Игра. Ну ладно. Что?
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Друзья, давайте закончим на этом моменте, потому что я ни хера не пойму, что здесь. Ладно. Словили мы, конечно, баг игры, это нежданно-негаданно. Ладно, спасибо за просмотр и до скорых встреч в следующей серии. Пока-пока.